I'm curious about it. Oh. Discovered lore, 1 of 8. So, like, is this a gravesite for the fallen? On the downside, I'm now out of food and trapped in a hole surrounded by mobs. Welcome on back, everybody, to some more Vintage Story. Man, last episode was way more chaotic than it should have been. It was just going to be a simple journey, simple expedition, as it were, in order to find more resources for the now and the future. And, but instead we ended up in quite a few dangerous situations there. But, that being said, we have the end result here of some wooden trunks. Finally, a way better storage solution. So, I'm going to have to spend some time today, at one point or another, organizing these up. But until that time comes, and that may be something that we do now. Jesus, man. Something happened around here. We got 1 rift, 2 rift, 3 rift. That would have been cool if there was a 4th one. But my god, when nighttime hit, the mobs just kept on spawning. But let's take a look at our farm now. Everything is nice and watered. I don't believe I planted this horsetail here. I'm not sure where that came from, but I'll certainly take it. And the grass as well. Oop, that's not a knife. This is a knife. I guess, having your fields tilled doesn't stop the grass from growing and such, but we have a couple things here to harvest. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We've got these turnips, which we'll go ahead and break. Another one there. Let's see, you're still growing. This is grass. And all these carrots are still growing. Our cabbage is actually coming along a lot quicker than expected. Are we too close to this rift? I think we're alright. But this cabbage really is coming along nicely. So, I do have confidence that we'll be able to harvest it before winter comes. Let's see, all of our grain here is still in the process of growing. All these carrots don't look like they're ready yet. Neither do our turnips, but we have quite a few grains ready to go. So we'll go ahead and harvest up our grains. And these are going to do us very nicely for when winter finally does come. And I think while we still have the materials here, let us... Oh, we can make 2 more. So we can make another trunk, which will be nice. Okay. So now let's just take all this stuff out. Don't need you anymore. Fantastic. Trunk. Love to see it. Let's just balance this all out and we'll make another one here. Is that enough for us to make 2? Certainly is. Right into the chest it went. Alright. Oh, they'll have to end up on the floor for a little bit. Very, very nice indeed. So, let's get to organizing a little bit, and then we'll be back. Alright, so that's a little bit more organized now, and I even took the liberty of making some signs, which I didn't realize you needed something to write on them with, which I guess I should have assumed. This game can be pretty realistic in a lot of aspects, so charcoal worked just great, and surprisingly, it didn't actually use any of the charcoal. I really would have thought that it would have, like, used one to write something, but no, it doesn't look like. So, I think I can also write with some of the gems that I found if I want to do different colors, maybe? I don't know, but the charcoal works great for now. So, we have a wood chest, we have a stone chest, One for grass specifically, just because I end up having a lot of it. I think this is going to be used for, like, anything that could be considered grass. So, like this cow parsley, cattail roots, things like that. And then I have this organics chest, which is going to be seeds and flax and stuff like that. Organic material. So this should help us out a lot in terms of storage space and everything else. We can even move a lot of this stuff down there too. So maybe we can find a different use for that place up there. And I did leave these reed chests up here. And I think for now, they're all empty. I think what we're going to do with those is just anytime we just need to dump our inventory out, that is where it's going to go, just in those up top there. But with the amount of mobs that have been around lately, we've really gone through a lot of our tools. So I think things have calmed down a little bit now out here, but I mean the durability on our copper falks is low. So I see you down there. And to top it all off, our copper supply is dwindling. So, oh, there's two of you. Thank you for the assist. Oh, that one whizzing by my head. Are you running towards the rift on purpose? But yeah, so we're going to have to look into gathering up some more copper, hopefully sooner than later. And this is spoiling quickly, but I think we're going to be okay with that. So I think today's mission is going to be heading out towards those large ruins that we found to the east. And hopefully we can find some goodies out there. So I think this is everything we're going to bring with us. Oh, no, it's not. Because I think we're going to need this pickaxe and this shovel. Are probably going to be important. And hopefully we can go through this food before it spoils. And I think I'm going to intentionally not take my time getting there. So that way I don't let this food go to waste and can actually eat it. So it's 8:30 in the morning. I think this is going to be all right for now. The only thing and that's down here now. Only thing I'm going to do is just make us up some poultice and heal ourselves up before we head out. Wonderful. All right. So let's get on with it then. And hopefully by the time we get back, the rifts will be gone. And let's actually now, while we're at it, go ahead and just pin this so we know where we're heading. Oh, you've been here this whole time, buddy. Well, our journey looking for a trader didn't go so well last time, but we have an agricultural supplier here. Hey, what's your name, buddy? Yoskalo. Nice to meet you, Yoskalo. What do you have to trade? So, beeswax, honey you'll buy. You'll sell a black bronze hoe. That's interesting. Oh, no, that's what I can sell. Okay, I had a misunderstanding here. You'll buy that for me. I don't think I would ever make that, to be fair, but it's cool that you'd buy it from me. A lot of good stuff to sell, though. Parsnips, redwood seed, some fruit, parchment, interesting. Spelt bread. Oh, we should look into making some bread. Flax seeds, that actually might be pretty good. 4 gears, huh? Okay. All right. Interesting stuff. See, we have a trader, and I'm gonna give you this color. Agriculture. Cool. Glad to have met you, buddy. A luxuries trader would have been preferable, but that's okay. Now another rift opening up. Jesus. It would appear that autumn is really starting to make itself known. The trees, the leaves in the trees, rather, and some of the bushes are starting to change color. Which tells us that there is some prep to be done. Ooh, I would like to stop and collect these, but I'd like to leave the inventory space open for any goodies, and there should be a lot of goodies up ahead. We are going to have to start doing quite a bit more prep for the winter, I feel. So, I think clothing, maybe insulation on the house is going to be something to look into. Just some way to keep ourselves warm. I'm pretty confident on the food front of things. I think we're going to be okay with that. Oh, bunny. But that kind of has been my main focus this whole time. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more that's going to go into winter than just food. Do I hear more bees? Oh, there's the bees I marked before over here. The other thing I need to look into for winter is, man, there's a lot of wild crops out here, is the needs of different foods, like what kind of temperatures they can be kept at. And I know I didn't really spend a whole lot looking into that with resin. With my farming. But I think when it comes to storage, certain conditions will store different foods better. I don't know if it's that important, honestly, as of right now, because our cellar is actually doing a pretty good job of keeping things fresh for quite a long time. That might change, though, as the temperature drops. I have a feeling... That's a wolf, that's a wolf, that's a wolf, that's a wolf, that's a wolf. Oh, and there's more resin here. Okay. Wolfie doesn't care about us no more. So we'll mark this real quick. So I don't think it's going to be a huge concern as of right now, but it's just something I want to keep in the back of my mind as we approach this upcoming winter. Oh, that's a cave. That's a heck of a cave. Okay. We're not quite to the point of caving yet, but this one looks interesting. So I think it should be marked appropriately. What's a color I haven't used yet? I'm kind of like, I don't think I'm being consistent with these at all. Just like dark gray? I think that's good. A lot of chickens. And another thing I'd like to do is to really increase our farming capacity, right? Not in just terms of crops, but I'd also like to start raising some farm animals too. I think would be useful. All right. So these aren't the ruins that we marked, but we found some new ones. So let's go ahead and investigate these. We got, oh, honeycomb. That's pretty big. Okay. Very sick. And 11 flax. That's crazy. Okay. I don't know that we're going to really have anything under here, but we're going to investigate it anyway, and hopefully we can at least get some bony soil out of it. There wasn't even bony soil down there. Maybe this one will give us better results. Ooh. Interesting. We're definitely going to need more shovels. I think I have a copper shovel at home, so maybe I should have brought that one, but I think we'll be okay with the flint for now. Okay, well, that set of ruins was a little disappointing, but that's okay, because we have bigger fish to fry today. Gone a little off the path of where we need to be going. But it looks like we are approaching them now. And here they are. So we have this one here, and then this huge one, and we have a little spot here too. So let's first of all, I think we're going to probably make ourselves 2 shovels here. Okay, so that should be good for now on shovels. I'm sure we'll have to end up making more. Let's start with this one. And see what we can get out of here. Now, a lot of bony soil. So that should be good. We do have a cracked vessel here. We'll grab that guy. And what did we get? I think we just ended up with a lot of flint. I think was in that one. Is what it looks like. Oh. Okay. And we have our first treasure room. Let's make our way down. See what kind of goodies we've got. So we have a aged wooden chest, which we can open. Ooh. And a scroll. Okay, a story passed down from others to read. Seems to be some sort of diary. Okay, that's the first of that kind that we have found. Can I take this chest is my next question. I'm more interested in the chest than the scroll, if I'm being honest, but it doesn't say that it can be repaired using glue. Let's give her a try, and if we lose it, we lose it. Oh, we got it. So happy. I think that's all that there is to be found down here. So 3 bony soil, and then we found a treasure room here. So let's actually go ahead and read this scroll now, because I'm curious about it. Oh. Discovered lore, 1 of 8. Hit J to open your journal. Oh. Okay, let's see. Quartermaster's ledger, date unknown. Our food stocks are depleted. We've only the dried wolf and rabbit meat left. Largely, they're left to chewing leather now. Our vests, our belts, our boots. We draw our last breaths. The Huntsman Corps managed to trap 2 healthy squirrels and a gray gosling. Not more than 10 hours ago, I'd wager. It was not nearly enough to feed all the workmen. The ones in the mines had to be prioritized as expected of their labor. Despite the additional meal, their health is declining. We are running out of options. Furthermore, Joseph, Barda, and Jaren were taken this day. Rest in peace to them. They did not go willingly. The others might still have a chance. I have to believe so, for my own sake. Okay. So it looks like we're finally getting into a little bit of the lore of this game. Very cool. So let's take a look at this big guy. We do have this rip that just appeared, so we're going to be on our toes about it. If I remember correctly, there were 3 cracked vessels in here and a lot of bony soil. So, I think we got some vines. I'll hold on to those. I think let's go for the bony soil here. And actually, let's leave that one for now. I have a feeling there's going to be something big underneath this one. So let's go ahead and get these cracked. Buddy, come on. I'm busy. A lot of flax and some feathers. Oh no, the 3 cracked vessels were on that one over there. Okay. So this one, I feel pretty safe in here. Let's just go ahead and block this off so I don't think he can come inside. Now, this looks like some sort of maybe staircase down to a cellar, or the staircase will continue here. I'd wager that we start on the bony soil side of things. Maybe this was some sort of grave site. I wonder, does the type of ruin that we find, so like this one had that piece of lore, was this their base of operations? So like, is this a grave site for the fallen? Could be. Okay. It's like nothing more to be found down there. So I have a feeling that this staircase leading down will bring us to something. Maybe. Maybe not. Doesn't appear so. But this... Ooh, bony soil. But this place was pretty big on its own and had some pretty nice goodies already, so I'm not too concerned that there's nothing underneath here. I am now, though, hearing the wolves and the mobs, so I'm getting a little more nervous. And it's getting late in the day. So, let's get to this last one here. And I remember there being quite a few cracked vessels around. Or at least I thought. I could be misremembering. Alright, I think we're going to have to deal with this guy first. We're playing Ring Around the Rosie for, dude. Oh, a temporal gear. My goodness. That was a good hunt. I feel like I remember there being more here. I may be thinking of something else. Let's do a little bit of digging. Aha! Okay. So we do have a goodie room underneath with 2 storage vessels. Let's go ahead and break those open. Ooh, feathers and cattails. Okay, not bad. And a lot more cattails. Okay. I'll take that. Oh, I see you down there. It's gotten dark, hasn't it? Okay. Let's do a real quick little excavation of this site here. And then we're gonna run for the hills. I'm glad I made those shovels ahead of time now. I hear more mobs coming. But I have a feeling there's more goodies to be found. And I was right. Okay. Ooh. So what do we have in here now? We've got a metal barrel, which is damaged. We have these ruined shelves, which are also damaged. That's damaged. And this large crate is also damaged. A broken anvil. And a pile of junk metal. Can I do anything with that? Oh. Certainly I can. Metal parts. Okay. Well, I don't really think there's gonna be anything too useful to us down here now. But those metal parts were pretty good to find. So let's go ahead and make our way home. Oh, it's gotten very, very dark out. Rift activities medium. We may we may just want to stay here the night. I don't know. For now, I think we're gonna start heading in the direction of home, and then we'll play it by ear. Oh, oh, that's a wolf. 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 Oh, God. I've trapped myself. I've trapped myself. Oh, goodness. I'm heading the wrong direction. Maybe this was a bad idea. You know what? Ooh. Okay. We're going to just pass the night here. Okay, morning is getting closer, but we seem to find ourselves in a bad situation here. On the bright side, none of that food went to waste. On the downside, I'm now out of food and trapped in a hole surrounded by mobs. Now it's almost 3 o'clock. Is it? Ouch. I can't tell if it's getting bright out or if that was just from my torch. But we are gonna have to find our way out of here. Ouch. Okay. Maybe down. Maybe, just maybe, we can get out of this. Underneath. Things have definitely gotten quieter under here. Okay. I think the mobs are still up there, for sure. But maybe they don't care about me anymore. Okay. Well, I hear him. Oh. We've certainly got ourselves into a little predicament here. I think we're just going to have to wait a little longer. I think probably 5 o'clock is when we can really start to head out. Oh, God. All right, 5 o'clock is upon us now. So, we need to book it that direction. Think. Okay. All right, we're in the trees. Whew. Oh, God. Oh, God, there's bowthorns here. That was resin I just passed by. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Man, things have really taken a dangerous turn these past 2 episodes, haven't they? I really have to take my own words a little more seriously. Everything in this game is trying to kill you. Even the terrain. But I think we're to a point of at least somewhat safety. Daylight is upon us. Rift activity has turned to low, and now we should just have a nice, quiet trip home. All right. We've made it back home. The rifts have despawned, which is great news. I'm just gonna start... you know what? Maybe I will just go right into... Nah, I'll do it later. We'll do it later. Everything is just getting dumped for now. Whew. All right. Let's also, since we were out for a day, let's replace all of our torches here. So we don't end up in the same situation that we were last episode. Okay. We got a lot of goodies today. I think most importantly out of all of them were this temporal gear, and then most interestingly was the scroll that we found. So, very cool stuff indeed. This ended up being more of a journey than my actual journey was. And another rift has appeared. But very cool. Now we're gonna have to figure out what exactly to do with the secondary temporal gear, right? So, from my understanding, from the comments that you all have left, that spawn point that I have set, or the return point rather, is good for 20 respawns. So maybe it'll be good to hold on to until that point, or if need be, we can use it to restore temporal stability. I don't know. There's also the option of turning it into an amulet, which, in addition to looking cool, I'm told, gives off a slight glow. So if ever your torch were to burn out for something, you still have a little bit of light. A lot of options. We will have to figure that out at some point. But now that that rift has popped itself in there, let's take a look at our crops and see how they're doing, because another day or two has passed since we last gave it a check. So onions are still growing. We have this spelt still growing. Our carrots all still growing. Our cabbage coming along pretty nicely. Rye still growing. Carrots are all still growing. Our turnips have matured. These turnips are real easy to grow. All right. Let's give all of these a harvest. And that yielded us 2 stacks in a little bit. Not bad at all. Oh, and the spelt. Thank you, thank you. All right. So we'll go throw this down in our cellar. And we may actually need to start working on some more storage vessels down here. And we're going to have to work on... These are perishable. So we're going to have to do something with those. We're definitely going to need fat. Oh. And I completely forgot that I had some ingots that were being fired. So, now, we've got 4 ingot molds. Which is very, very nice. I think what I want to do now in the daylight here is... go on the search for some more copper. So I have my pickaxe. I'm going to take the prospecting pickaxe with us as well. Oh, and I think I accidentally threw all my flint and sticks away. Now we have... Let's first off unpin that one. There's some copper nearby that we found that we have not gone excavating yet. This one we did, and I forgot to mark it. So this one has been excavated. And actually, I think that one we looked through pretty thoroughly, so maybe I should just delete that, but that's okay. There's a bunch that I need to go back with the prospecting pick and find any leftover copper, but I have these two out here, which were newly found and fairly close by. So I think we're going to head in that direction. And we're going to go out and try to find ourselves just a little bit more copper. Looks like right around here is our first copper deposit. And did I use this to mark it? Well, it's right in this area here. So let's get to digging and see if we can't find it fairly quickly. This is seeming to be more difficult than I remember, so let's move on to another spot. Actually, you know what? We're gonna take a different approach. There's something else I'd like to do this episode that I think is gonna be more on topic with what we have been doing. It's actually not through there, but rather farther up this way. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of exploring, and again, this seems to be a trend with me, is I just keep oh, there's Pete here. I just keep going out and trying to look for things in the worst possible time. And that's a bear over there, I think. Nope, those are wolves. And there's two of them. So we shall keep our distance. Kinda make a loop. But I'm told that there's this little circular area up here. This would be the one. I'm told that there's a chance that this could be a meteor impact. I don't know much about it, but I think it's worth giving a look. So we'll do a little bit of digging. And if anything turns up, we can't do a whole heck of a lot about it right now. But it'll be good to know that it's here. No or nearby. Well, hey, we tried. Guess no meteors here. So this was an interesting episode for sure. And if you stuck around this long, I do appreciate you being here. Hopefully in the next episode, we can get a little bit more excitement. Or maybe less excitement. Because I think I've had a little bit too much at once. But once again, thank you for being here. And I hope to see you again real soon.